Hello guys, I'm Hesmiyu and welcome to another episode of Narcissu. This one is chapter 6, episode Echo. My episode called chapter 6, Echo. This music been playing since I accidentally clicked the notes on the main page. Quite like it. Around when the high-flying sun slowly started to drop into shadow. It changed. The silver coupe, speeding along the tollway. Before long, the Katsuwagawa parking area. A short break, a change of pace. Want to stop at the next rest area too? Oh, that was her. Huh? Oh, okay. What's wrong? I guess I'm a little worn out. I see. And that probably wasn't unreasonable. Oh, that was her. Yay, first speech, and I already messed it up. She'd been pretty energetic a while back, and that was taxing on patients as sick as we were. Then I go buy something for you. Okay, one button. I'll be back in a second. Food. I rushed over to the snack stand and picked up a few things no different from the standard convenience store fare. Here, a Pocari Sweat. Here, a Pocari Sweet. Other sweet had 2 E's, and rice balls, and chips, crisps. Oh, okay. Her response was the same as ever, but she didn't start eating at all. Under usual circumstances, she'd already have torn into the crisps by now. Are you okay? Dots? Could it be that you're not feeling so well? Dots? It's just that I'm out of medication. Oh dear. I see. So she was out. I'd been scared of that. Well, yes. When we escaped from the hospital, it was obvious it was going to happen. To be clear, it wasn't as if we were intentionally leaving meds behind. But I hadn't even thought about it up until now. I hadn't even had the senses to think about it. When did you run out? Yesterday night. So you'll have been off for 24 hours pretty soon. The doctors had told me that I could go on without my meds for 2 days or so. Maybe she was the same way. And when I thought about it, it had already been 8 days since we had left the hospital, and given the amount of meds I had brought with me, I could see the end of the line coming into view. Just what was I supposed to do? Hey, I don't want to be on 7F. Yeah, I know. You don't want to be at home either. Yeah. The silver coupe in motion once again. Eventually, I got off the tollway at the next exit. I didn't know how that was going to change things, but it wasn't as if staying on the tollway was going to help. I headed into an urban area from the one tollway exit. and I looked for a pharmacy attached to a large hospital, not to a small private one or clinic. Probably it would have been best just to go to the hospital, and for any normal patient that would have been obvious. Obvious. But we were inhabitants of 7F. The ID bracelets around the wrists were white, not blue. And we were escapees of 7F after that. I circled around the neighbourhood as I held those thoughts in my mind. Probably we'd be able to find what we needed at the pharmacy near a large hospital. Found it. A university hospital at a major junction, and a couple pharmacies clustered next to it. I figured that this was as good as it got and stopped the car in a vacant lot. Hey, give me your medication bag. Oh, okay. She handed the bag over to me with a curious look on her face. I looked into that bag and took out the medication list therein. This was just what I needed. Alright, I'll be right back. Leaving her in the car, I ran towards the nearby pharmacy. Whistle. The automatic door slid open and I walked in. I headed directly for the counter. Pharmacist. Welcome. A middle-aged man came to the counter to greet me. Probably a pharmacist, given his white coat. Could I have his drugs, please? Let me guess it. Oh, off. I didn't know they were over-the-counter ones. Yes, of course. Just a moment. With the medication list I had given him, he retreated into the interior of the pharmacy. Probably this was a pharmacy affiliated with the hospital, not just a standard mom and pop outfit. I got my meds spent from places just like this back when I was attending outpatient clinics. After all, I was right next to the hospital, so this place should have the meds we needed. Thank you for waiting. Here you are. Well, here we are, one of them. The pharmacist had come back after a short time. He was holding 2 plastic bags, each of them full of medication bottles. With that amount, we'd be fine for now. That would probably last her for a week or so. And when I took out my wallet from my pocket... Oh, may I see your prescription? Prescription? Yes, and these are prescription medication. Thought so. Dot. Your doctor did give you one, yes? I'd forgotten about this. I thought this would happen. These were no ordinary medications, so I couldn't just waltz in and buy them. Is something the matter? Well... And as stammered and stuttered, the pharmacist looked on with suspicion. He'd seen the bracelet. Wait, that's... And then he noticed the white ID bracelet on my wrist. The letters inscribed on it. My name, my blood type, and the name of the hospital. Whip. Oh, let me guess, he grabbed them. Oh, I knew it! The medications that he left on the counter, I swiped them up all at once. Hey, stop right there! He shouted at me from across the counter, but that was to my back. I'd already started sprinting. Only 5 meters to the door. My legs were weak, I was wobbly, but I kept running nonetheless. And when I was about to sprint out the slowly opening door of the pharmacy, just then, thud, crash. Ow, dang. My senses waited out for a second. I'd hit my head on the edge of the door so hard that apparently the glass of the door had shattered. Dizzy, almost syncopal, I forced open a half-closed door with my hands. And then I broke off into a dead sprint. I did not want to let those medications go. Pant, pant, sigh. I was so out of breath that I felt like fainting. Only a few more meters to the car, but it felt much longer. Nobody was giving chase to me, it seemed. But I didn't have the time to be looking behind me anyway. I'm curious to why this is all in past tense. As if you'll be counting it. Because if I got caught, then what would happen to her? I wonder if he's falling for her. Oh yeah. Would she wait for my return forever alone in that car? I ran for dear life with those feelings at heart. Staggering, short of breath, certain that this was all the strength I had. Thud. Pant, pant, sigh. I'm scared, apparently. I collapsed in the driver's seat and floored the pedals. I was forced to realize that I was even weaker than I was at the pachinko parlor. And when I checked myself in the rearview mirror, there was blood on my forehead, maybe from a glass shard. Well, hopefully the bleeding will stop soon enough. Unless you have blood thinners, that would suck. I applied pressure with tissue as I drove. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. But you're bleeding. Don't worry about it, it's nothing. I waved my hand to tell her not to worry, as she looked at me with concern. And then I handed over the medication that I had tightly clutched in my left hand. I'm curious if he still got his wallet or if he accidentally dropped it while running. Here, take your meds. Oh, okay. For now we would be fine. Those meds will last for maybe a week. But what were we going to do when that ran out? I managed to get by pretty well today, but it was obvious that I was losing strength daily. We originally had no plan or destination, and you could not feel any fear of losing something that you did not already have. But things were a little different now. A purpose had been born, and so a fear of losing that purpose had also been born. January 29th, Dang, Shirita Junction. A painfully clear day. The empty expanses of the highway of the high heavens of winter above us. Back on the expressway. By now, we have passed from the Shirita Junction onto the Hiroshima Road. Where are we going next? Oh, that's him. Where are we going next? From the Kobe Junction. Got it. To the Sanyo Expressway. Yeah. The silver coupe, moving according to her navigation. By now, on the roadside distance indicators, every so often the words Awaji Island were appearing. We had already come 900 kilometers since we escaped from 7F that day. Wow, that's far. Was it in miles? I need a bit of water. I never have believed that we would have made it. But our final destination was not far from us now. And soon we could see a large breeze ahead of us. I wonder how much of this is left. It sounds like it's starting to end. So this is the Akashi Kaiku Bridge. Pretty incredible, huh? Yeah. It was hard to suppress a triumphant feeling, as if we could drive across the ocean on its expanse. After we'd driven along for a while, there were people stopped at the roadside here and there en route to the bridge. Probably tourists or something, seeing as they were taking pictures and stuff. And just like those people, I stopped the car on the shoulder of the road. It's forbidden to stop here. If it's just for a while, it'll be okay. And as far as I could see, there were other cars that had done the same. Hey, come on, let's get some fresh air. Thoughts? It's probably an awesome view. Very well. She was still a little reluctant, but she got out of the car with me anyway. Whoosh. In the midst of the strong cold winds atop the bridge, this colder than... Oh wait. Not what happened just then. This is colder than I thought it would be. Yeah. It was all too much for us, since we'd never really gotten out of the car. And in stark contrast to us, there were two people who seemed to be a couple not far from us. Looks like they were taking souvenir photos. Their happy voices carried all the way over to us. And when I looked around those two, I saw lots of families and tourist groups taking photos too. Souvenir photos, huh? Fair enough, one was supposed to take them at places like this. Come to think of it, is something the matter? Yeah, wait for a second. Oh, okay. There was a camera in here somewhere. When I inspected the car interior the first time around, I saw a heap with disposable cameras somewhere, I remembered. It still had a few shots left in it, if memory served. Having found the camera, I checked the film indicator. Oh good, still 2 shots left. Sorry for the wait. Come on, I'll take a picture of you. What? A photo. A photo. Might as well, you know. No. How? Oh, come on, don't be like that. It's like a pose or something. And I held up the camera towards her as I said this. Dots. Dots. come on. Look a little happy, won't you? Dots. But as if she were embarrassed, even when she turned to me, she had a little sour look on her face, and nothing more. But it could well have been. But that even if she looked this way, she was trying her best to smile for me right now. With this at heart, I was about to take a picture of her when... Excuse me, could we ask you to take a picture? Oh, yes, of course. Two people who looked like a couple coming towards us, holding the camera. Then I'll take the picture now. Please do. They stood close to each other happily and flashed brilliant smiles. I centered those two in the viewfinder and snapped a photo. Can I click? Thank you very much. And now we'll take a picture of you two. Oh, no, you're using this camera, right? Before I could answer, he'd taken my camera. No, it was more like he plucked it from out my hands. Probably wanted to get it over with as soon as possible, which is why he took the camera and ignored our hesitation. Alright, you two, get closer. At these words, I stepped a little closer to her body. And with her usual lack of expression, she helplessly stepped a little closer to me. Shouldn't you be posing a bit more? This meddlesome boyfriend character and his crazy demands. His girlfriend standing to the side, looking a little apologetic. And telling myself that I had no other choice, I slowly put my arm around her shoulder. Oh. First time I'd ever touched her. The feeling of her childlike clothing and the waist-length hair under my hand. Dots. I couldn't see her face now that I was looking straight at the camera. But maybe, just maybe, she was gracing me with that never before seen, shy, bashful, slightly sour look. Okay, I'm taking a picture now. Can I click? Their business over, the couple started heading back to their car. And we were doing the same. My girlfriend, huh? I think that's her. Pretty bad misunderstanding, eh? Dots. Or could it be that we look that way to others? Dots. My words, spoken lightly in jest. And enjoying myself for some reason, I kept speaking to her in that tone. What do you, Satsumi, what do you think? Dots. What's with that? You're younger than me. And with those words as usual, she turned back to look at the window. And just as usual, I couldn't see what kind of facial expression she was wearing. But I could tell she wasn't looking far into the distance. She was turning away because I was making her bashful. Sumoto interchange. The spacious sky above our heads, spreading out into the distance with wintry clarity, and I need more water. Arrival at the Hesmiyu interchange, not far from that bridge. Exiting off the expressway, back onto the normal highways. So, we finally made it. Yeah. The odometer indicated that we'd come over 900 kilometers ever since that day we escaped from 7F. We'd arrived at least at the destination that we hadn't even cared about at the onset. Then where do we go from here? South. South. Got it. I took the route as per her instructions. But in truth, even I knew where to go at this point. I could see the sign of the Tourist Information Centre from here. But without a second thought, I'd obeyed her navigational instructions. That was the way it had to be, and it could be no other way. How was it that I came to think that way? Ah, that's the end of chapter 6. Next one's called Narcissu. Something tells me that either that there's going to be one more episode or two more, depending if there's only 7 or 8 chapters. But because this chapter's ended, that means it's time to end this episode. I know I keep making mistakes with who's who, but there's absolutely no indication as to who is speaking, so I'm having to guess who it is. But I am going to end this episode now. So that's it for this time. I'm Hesmiyu. Goodbye.